assistance. Then to seek the love of service for others. You feel कि अगर मैं ये करूंगा करूंगी, they will love me. Purpose of a good deed is gone. The purpose, the simple intention that you have in your mind, कि I am doing this to seek his pleasure or her pleasure, defies the purpose of the good deed. Right? And the whole point here should be I am helping this person because Allah has told me, has commanded me to be good to people around me, to be good to the Muslim brothers and sisters. My only intention is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nobody else. Right? If that is the intention, then Allah will accept your deed, inshallah. But if your intention is to please somebody, seek somebody's help, seek somebody's love, then that defies the whole purpose of your good deed. Right? Then it comes back to a class, and how do we obtain it in our actions, right? So हम बात करें रिया and about ikhlas. Now, how do we action it? What are the points that we can leverage or use in benefiting us to become better at these things? Again, पहला step, continue to do righteous deeds. You have to come into a habit of doing good things. Sooner or later, it is bound to happen that you will do it for Allah's purpose. जब मैं ये प्रोग्राम शुरू करा था, ये प्रोग्राम करना, पहला point was told is, listen, many of you are doing this because you want to have that paper in your hand. You want to have that degree in your hand. You want to show that I'm a graduate, जो भी है, right? It's fine. फिर भी आप करो, because sooner or later Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take that from your heart and make it for the purpose of Allah. Right? And that point stuck to it so nicely. It was such a well placed point. Okay, yes, you may all be looking at having the paper in your hand, but yes, it's fine. Then it's fine. But as you start doing this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help you reach a point where you're doing it only to please Allah, nobody else. You want to do it because you want to gain knowledge, ताकि you can share knowledge, and you want to please Allah. That's it, right? And that is bound to happen. But आपको नियत करना है उसके लिए, right? Your niyat is for that. You will feel, okay, yes, you have the thoughts in your mind, okay, that's मैं कर रहा हूँ for this reason. But do a niyyah, okay, I'm doing this only to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and slowly and surely it will happen. So good deeds is a very important point. If we have to get into a habit of doing good deeds, because good deeds lead to the purification of your heart, and as you purify your heart, you become a good Muslim and you do Allah's purpose. Then seek knowledge before actioning a deed. Right? आप कुछ चीज कर रहे हैं, उससे पहले आप समझो कि what am I doing? Am I doing this for Allah's purpose? Yeah, what is मैं जो कर रहा हूँ, who is gaining from this? Understand what you're doing is right or wrong. Understand knowledge, seek करना हमारे लिए is very important. Allah has said it many times in the Quran, seek knowledge. You have to seek knowledge. You have all been given the ability to seek knowledge. You have to seek knowledge, right? Do not give a false impression. मतलब ये आगे कुछ पीछे कुछ, right? Do not give a person a false impression कि मैं आगे ऐसा हूँ पीछे ऐसा हूँ. नहीं. Give them what you truly are, right? And point number 4, ask yourself each time, before आप कुछ करने से पहले आप पूछो अपने आप से, ये कर रहा हूँ, I'm doing this, is it right or is it wrong? Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing it for Allah's pleasure, or am I doing it to please somebody else? And I'm telling you, many times or most of the times, you will know why you're doing it. If you feel that कि आपके दिल में pleasure है या उसको खुश करने की है, दुआ करो अल्लाह, you know what, I did think about this, but my intention is only to please you. And I'm verbally saying this to please you, to please accept this as a good deed from me. And you're making the niyat to do it for the Allah's purpose. So you action that. When you and I said, this is not going to be easy. This is going to be extremely hard. ये It's a very challenging point that I've said here, right? So it is for us, and we are all guilty of this, right? It is up to us to understand it, listen to it, make the niyat, and action it, right? अगर हम नमाज पढ़ रहे हैं and we are sitting in a महफिल कि भाई, you know what, Allah, I have had thought कि this I'm trying to show, but you know what, I'm doing this only to please you, so please accept this from me. That niyat that you have made changes the whole perspective of your deed. And the last thing is, you cannot be perfect, so do not be hard on yourself, right? ये जो points है, ये points attain करने के लिए it takes you a person lifelong, right? We are all in this to try and try to be good Muslims, right? So do not be hard on yourself, because we are not perfect. We are bound to make mistakes. That is why we are here in this world on Allah to do Allah as well. Allah ka Rahman, Allah ka jo Rahm hai, so He's here to forgive us. We are bound to make mistakes, and do not feel, okay, you know what, I've done a mistake, it's over. No, Allah, that again is you having that feeling in you, okay, you know what, it's over. Again, that goes against the purpose. Your intention should know, you should know this in your fact कि मैं जो कर रहा हूँ, yes, गुनाह हुआ. If I ask Allah for forgiveness, He will forgive me. Allah will forgive me. That is the thing that you have to have in yourself. मैं गलती हुई, yes, but I am asking Allah for forgiveness. Allah is the most merciful. He will forgive me. That is the point that we have to ingrain into ourselves. Yes, हमारे से गलती हो रही, but again, the whole idea is not to do it on purpose. Niya again, right? Niyat hai to be good, but हमारे से गलती होने वाली है. So in that reason, repent to Allah and follow with a good deed, right? So do not be hard on yourself. We are not perfect. We are bound to make mistakes. These are all for us to become a good Muslim, to be on the path of the mustaqim, to be people of the taqwa, to be able to adapt and acknowledge our flaws, and to gain Allah's love at the end of the day. And ये है कि हमारी जिंदगी कब तक है, only Allah knows. To make sure that we are on the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as we come to our death, because you don't want to be raised or die in a moment where you're in a sin. You should always do dua कि अल्लाह मुझे उस वक्त मौत दे जब मैं तेरी इबादत में हूँ, या जब मेरा ईमान ऊंचाई पे है. जब मेरा ईमान वीक है, help me to have strong iman. That should always be our dua. Ya muqallib al-qulub tabbit qalbi ala dinik. Ay Allah, if you have given me hidayat, please do not divert it. Let me be on the straight path, right? And again, our niyyah is the ultimate point that we have to focus on, is what we know is right, do. What we know is wrong, do not do. And what is doubtful, stay away from it, right? So that ends these two hadiths. Hopefully it was some knowledge for all of us to adapt. Again, the whole point of these sessions is for all of us to take a few points of this and slowly adapt this into our daily lives. At this point, I will pause. If somebody wants to add a few points, some comments, please do, and we will continue with the, inshallah, we'll do the du'as and close it off. No one has any
All
points?
good. No, all good.